banking, it's about networks of people. It's about communities and neighbourhoods based on mutual self-help. Is that we as individuals, our families and communities have resources. We have skills, local knowledge. If we have a long-term condition, we're probably more of an expert in that than some of the clinicians. We know what it's like to live with that. So we can help other people with that condition. The example I always give is about diabetics. If diabetics had to rely on healthcare professionals to give them their insulin injection every morning, the NHS would be broke. We rely on those people to manage their own care, to use their brains and their manual dexterity to actually look after their diet, look after their exercise and give themselves their insulin. And if we didn't rely on the assets that those people represented, we wouldn't be able to actually provide the services. So it's about people seeing what they can do and professionals supporting what they can't do and working together.
What they do, we have a book of messages. It's that simple. This is what somebody needs. We've got a database which you'll be able to have in Dumfries and Galloway, which you log in what everybody's offered. So if somebody needs some gardening doing, it comes up with a list of people that offer it, and they'll ring round and find out who's available. And it's really, really simple. You could make it awfully complicated, but actually it's really simple. Somebody needs something, whether it's an individual or a business or an organisation, somebody can do it. And obviously, the more people that join, the more able you are to say, yes, we've got somebody that can actually do that for you.
The services element was an hour for an hour. So it didn't matter who you were, what skills you had, what services you were offering. Everybody's hour was worth the same amount. And that, to me, was really, really valuable. That's what is really interesting about time banks. My time is just as valuable as anybody else's time, regardless of what qualifications they've got, what services they offer. If I'm willing to commit my time to something, that's really valuable. If you're willing to commit some time to something or to somebody or to your community, that is really, really valuable.
You've heard about the fact that it's an hour for an hour, but it's recognising that people have skills, they have something that they can trade, they can use to mutually benefit their community or their families. And that's simply based on the assets they have, and they can work in co-production with their neighbours to actually produce better services.
One of the nice things about time banking is that there's a lot of opportunities in which to bank your money, just as if it was bank your hours, just as if it was real money. So I could, if I actually was able to join a time bank in Dumfries and Galloway, I could spend my accumulated hours. I could save them for my old age. I could spend them on doing things that I don't like doing, like housework. I could donate the hours to a charity or organisation, or I could bank time in Dumfries and Galloway and spend them in West Berkshire.
One thing about time banking is we've said it can be something you enjoy doing, something you don't enjoy doing, you want something done for you, but it can be something that you're already doing in your community. Time banking recognises what's already going on in your community. So we have had in Cooper Angus all the organisations, local organisations, sign up to become members, and we have had a community cafe start in Cooper Angus, so people are starting to collect hours from volunteering at the community cafe.
Time banking is a great idea. But it's not just about the cosy, fluffy bit of time banking we're interested in. We feel that time banking has a significant contribution to make towards actually redressing the balance of this demographic and economic time bomb we're about to face. And we feel that by evidencing the impact of time banking and linking it to clinical evidence, we can actually demonstrate that it is an important area where funding bodies should invest in.
I could talk all day about how amazing the time bank is. I've seen how it's changed people's lives. I take part in it myself, what a difference it actually makes. As a busy mum, to get the help, but also to be earning time credits doing things that I enjoy doing, like making jewellery. I earn credits and I got somebody to tile my bathroom, which was fantastic.
So that's a great thing about time banking. It can be just help with the things that you need. Putting a light bulb in, putting up a blind, shelf falls down, going for a coffee with someone. It's It's what you need when you need it.
The other thing that I really love about time banks is that it's kind of circular. It's not a you for me idea. It's not I come and do something for you, so you've got to do something back for me. It's a pot and it goes round. So if I bank some hours for doing something for you, I can use some, you can use some hours to ask somebody else to do something for you.
So there's very practical examples of how time banking could work. And the more I've researched time banking, I find the really exciting ideas of what groups and communities can come together, of what groups and communities who come together can do in finding solutions to each other's challenges.
It's the mix of people that make it happen. So our youngest time bank member is 7 and our oldest time bank member is 96. We've got people who are unemployed, we've got people who are in full-time employment, we've got people who run their own businesses, people with physical health problems and mental health problems, and everybody is equal. So our latest thing is hopefully the council are actually going to join the time bank as a time bank member, which would mean that people can spend their credits on the local swimming pool and the local cafe. Hopefully, we're not there yet, but we're almost at that point, and more businesses getting involved as well, which makes a big difference.
So hopefully what we'll see in the next few years is a network of time banks in Perthington and Ross that can support other networks in other areas, and time banking in Dumfries as well, and in Dunoon and all over Scotland. It's a really exciting stage. As I said, last thing, potential time banking is limitless. It's so exciting.
There is so much potential out there that is underutilised, but if we actually identify it, then we can overcome the deficit in our needs.
I hope that together we can explore the possibilities of taking time banking forward in Dumfries and Galloway.